Hi, my name is Gabe. For this problem, we're asked to find a unit vector with the same direction as the vector v. Let's recall that we can find a unit vector by finding the vector v divided by the magnitude of the vector v. So since we already know what v is, let's begin by finding the magnitude of v. So the magnitude of v is equal to the magnitude of our vector, -2, 2, which we know is equal to the square root of -2 squared plus 2 squared, which is equal to the square root of 8, which also simplifies to 2 times the square root of 2. So our unit vector with the same direction as v is equal to our vector v, -2, 2, all divided by 2 times the square root of 2. Here we can use the properties of our vectors to write this vector as -2 divided by 2 times the square root of 2, and 2 divided by 2 times the square root of 2. Now the 2's in the numerators and denominators will cancel, leaving us with a -1 divided by the square root of 2, and a 1 divided by the square root of 2. At this stage, we can rationalize our denominators by multiplying each component by the square root of 2 divided by the square root of 2, and we obtain the unit vector -square root of 2 divided by 2, and the square root of 2 divided by 2. Now, to check that this is a unit vector, let's find the magnitude of u. So the magnitude of u is equal to the magnitude of the vector -square root of 2 divided by 2, square root of 2 divided by 2. And we know that this is equal to the square root of the -square root of 2 divided by 2, quantity squared, plus square root of 2 divided by 2, quantity squared. Now simplifying, this is equal to the square root of 2 divided by 4 plus 2 divided by 4, which ends up being the square root of 4 divided by 4, which is the square root of 1, which is equal to 1. So our vector u is in fact a unit vector. Thank you.